Have you ever had the feeling that nothing happens by chance? That those strange coincidences that seem like destiny's play may have a much deeper meaning? If you've ever felt this, stay until the end of this video because I'm going to reveal something incredible to you. Carl Jung, one of the greatest scientists in history, discovered something that will completely change your perception of life. And pay attention. This video may go offline at any moment because the information I'm about to share is not accepted by everyone. There are people who don't want you to believe in this, who prefer to keep you trapped in the idea that everything is just a coincidence and that the universe has no purpose. But you know that's not true, right? So, before we continue, comment below which state or country you're watching this video from, because what I'm about to tell you could revolutionize your life, no matter where you are. Imagine that all the inexplicable moments, all the coincidences you've experienced, are not mere accidents. Jung called this synchronicity, and his final revelation about this concept will make you question everything you've ever believed about fate, luck, and the hidden forces behind everyday events. Now I ask you, have you ever experienced a coincidence so incredible that it left you speechless? Something that simply cannot be explained by logic? Leave your experiences in the comments because I want to know them. And here's a warning. Don't stop watching until the end. I'm going to give you a special gift, an insight that can completely transform your life, something that Carl Jung discovered and that almost no one knows about. But remember, this may go offline at any moment. So, if you want to understand the hidden power that governs the universe and how you can use it to your advantage, click subscribe now and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what's coming. This is the moment to open your mind. Now imagine for a moment that we are all connected by an invisible force, a kind of deep network that goes beyond our conscious understanding. Carl Jung called this the collective unconscious, and what he discovered about this connection between our minds could completely change the way you see life. Have you ever wondered why certain symbols or stories repeat across different cultures and times, as if something greater were at play? According to Jung, there is a deep layer within each of us, the collective unconscious, where symbols and patterns called archetypes reside. These archetypes are primordial models of behavior and emotion, such as the hero, the sage, or the innocent, and they are present in all of us, even if we are not aware of them. Here's something you may have never realized. The recurring challenges and patterns in your life may be connected to these universal archetypes. When you face difficulties that seem to repeat, it's not just a coincidence or luck. In reality, these patterns are deeply rooted in the collective unconscious, and they emerge to guide us, teach us, and eventually transform us. Now, think for a moment. Have you noticed that certain situations in your life seem to repeat? Maybe you've faced similar relationships, recurring obstacles at work, or even dreams with repetitive themes. This is the manifestation of archetypes. And Jung believed that by understanding this influence, we could change our destiny. And this doesn't mean you're trapped in a predetermined path. Quite the opposite. By becoming aware of this influence, you can use the power of the collective unconscious to your advantage. The symbols and archetypes that influence your life are not here to limit you, but to help you find purpose, overcome challenges, and reach your true potential. If you are facing an obstacle right now, ask yourself, has this pattern happened before? What is it trying to teach me? Maybe it's time to recognize that your journey is not random, but part of a greater purpose that connects all of us. Comment below if you've noticed these patterns in your life, and let's explore the power of the collective unconscious together. And remember, there are no coincidences. Every detail, every moment, every challenge could be the key to unlocking something greater. Don't leave this video yet, because what I'm about to reveal next could help you understand how to use this connection to change your destiny. Now let's step into one of the most fascinating fields of the human mind, dreams and intuition, our inner guides. For Jung, dreams are doors to the unconscious, And behind every image, every seemingly meaningless scene, there is a deep code that can reveal truths about ourselves and the world around us. How many times have you woken up from a strange dream, feeling that it carried a deeper meaning? Jung believed that dreams are direct messages from our unconscious, and by interpreting them, we can discover valuable insights about our lives, our fears, and our desires. They are like hidden maps that show us the way, even if we often cannot immediately understand them. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to be more than just a reflection of your day? Something that felt like a warning, preparing you for something greater? This is not a coincidence. For Jung, dreams reveal archetypes and symbols from the collective unconscious that often arise to guide us in crucial moments of our lives. Paying attention to your dreams may be the key to understanding your deepest emotions and solving problems that seem unsolvable in real life. But it doesn't stop there. In addition to dreams, Jung emphasized the power of intuition, that sudden, almost inexplicable feeling that guides us in certain directions or warns us about unseen dangers. How many times have you ignored your intuition and later regretted it? Jung believed that intuition was a form of perception as powerful as physical senses, a direct line of communication between the conscious and the unconscious. And here is an important truth. Intuition is always speaking to us, but we often ignore it. Jung saw intuition as essential for understanding inexplicable events, such as synchronicity, those strange and meaningful coincidences. He believed that by paying attention to our intuition, we could start to perceive the hidden patterns of the universe and make wiser choices aligned with our destiny. So I ask you, when was the last time you truly listened to your intuition, that feeling that something was about to happen or that you should follow a certain path? And what about your dreams? Have you been paying attention to the messages they bring? Comment below if you've ever had a dream that changed your life or an intuition that saved you from a mistake. Remember, our dreams and intuitions are not random. They are our inner compasses. The more we pay attention to them, the easier it becomes to navigate life's challenges. If you want to understand how to use these powerful insights to make better decisions and transform your life, stay with me until the end. I will tell you how Jung used dreams and intuition to decipher the secrets of the unconscious, and how you can do the same to unlock your full potential. Now you may be wondering, do Carl Jung's ideas still make sense today? The answer is a resounding yes. Jung's theories, which many considered advanced for his time, continue to have an impressive resonance in both science and modern spirituality. And if you pay attention to what's happening around you, you will realize that his ideas are more present than ever, even in unexpected areas like quantum physics. Have you ever heard of the theory suggesting that mind and matter are interconnected? This notion is at the root of synchronicity and aligns with concepts discussed in quantum physics, which challenge our linear understanding of time and space. Modern science is beginning to explore the same frontiers that Jung crossed decades ago. In many ways, contemporary psychology is once again recognizing the importance of spirituality and the connection between the unconscious and the universe, something Jung explored deeply. Whether in modern analytical psychology, holistic approaches to emotional healing, or discussions about consciousness and the universal mind, Jung remains a central figure. He was one of the first to bridge the field of science with spirituality. And today, with the growing search for meaning and self-knowledge, his ideas gain even more strength. Now think about some of the movies or books you have watched or read. Stories about heroes on journeys of self-discovery, or even stories involving concepts like premonitory dreams, past lives, and destiny. These are ideas that find their roots in Jung's work. Movies like The Matrix, for example, explore the duality between perceived reality and true reality, a deeply Jungian theme. Or works like Star Wars, where we see the heroes battle against the shadows, something that directly resonates with Jung's concept that we all face the internal enemy, our shadow. Furthermore, In many current spiritual movements and alternative therapies, Jung's ideas about archetypes, synchronicity, and the collective unconscious are widely discussed. His concepts not only permeate psychology, but also cultures and spiritual practices worldwide. Can you see how these patterns are present in our popular culture? Think of a movie, book, or series that recently captured your attention. Did you notice any of these concepts, such as the battle between light and shadow, or the search for self-knowledge? Comment below your observations, because Jung's ideas are so deeply rooted in our culture that we often don't even realize their influence. And the most incredible thing is that by integrating these ideas into our daily lives, whether in the movies we watch, the decisions we make, or the way we understand the universe, we can use these powerful tools to transform our perception of reality. So, subscribe to the channel now, because at the end of this video, I will tell you how you can apply Jung's principles in your daily life and completely change the way you see the world. You won't want to miss this revelation. Now, let's take a quick pause to reflect together. Let me ask you, have you ever experienced inexplicable synchronicities in your life? Those surreal coincidences that feel like the universe is trying to send you a message. Maybe you thought about someone, and shortly after they called you. Or perhaps something improbable happened at the exact moment you needed it the most. Has this ever happened to you? Could these events, which we call coincidences, have a deeper meaning? Could these seemingly random moments actually be part of something bigger, a hidden pattern that Jung called synchronicity? What if what you believe to be just luck or chance is actually an invisible force guiding you on the right path? Comment below if you have ever experienced something like this. What is the strangest coincidence you have ever lived through? Believe me, many of us have felt that something greater is happening when these events occur, and you are not alone on this journey. Now, I have an idea. Let's share our synchronicity stories. Have you ever had a moment when everything seemed to fit together perfectly in a way that was impossible to ignore? A message, an opportunity, or an encounter that happened at the right moment? I really want to hear about your experience. Write in the comments, and let's create a conversation about how these synchronicities can transform our lives. By sharing your stories, you may inspire other people who are experiencing something similar, and together we can discover how these events might be guiding us towards something greater. After all, nothing happens by chance, and your experience could be the key for someone to understand their own journey. So, let's talk in the comments. I invite you to share, because every story matters and helps us realize that we are all connected in a much deeper way than we imagine. And of course, stay until the end of the video, because what I am going to tell you could completely change the way you see what is happening in your life right now. As we approach the end of this video, let's reflect together on what we have discussed. The world around us is much more connected and mysterious than we imagine. The coincidences you encounter in your daily life may be much more than mere chance. As Carl Jung showed us, they may be signs that synchronicity is at work, a force guiding you on a deeper and more meaningful path. So, from now on, pay closer attention to the small events around you, those moments when everything seems to align in an inexplicable way. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something. Have you ever thought about that? What could these coincidences be trying to show you about your journey, about your destiny? This connection that Jung identified is not just a theory, it is something you can experience in your own life. So, I encourage you to stop and reflect on the events that seem to happen by chance. What could they be trying to tell you? Now, if you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about the mysteries of the mind, synchronicity, deep psychology, and topics that can change the way you see life, subscribe to the channel right now. That way, you won't miss any of the upcoming videos where we will continue exploring these fascinating ideas that can transform your understanding of the world. And don't forget, share your stories in the comments. I want to hear about those coincidences that have happened to you and made you think, this cannot be just a coincidence. Let's continue this conversation and discover together what these synchronicities might mean. Thank you for watching until the end, and stay alert, because maybe the next big synchronicity is closer than you imagine.